This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, yeah, that was ugly. Red Sox unable to win a third in a row. Tigers, one of the best teams in baseball. In fact, the best team in the American League entering Monday. Their run differential, plus 12. 14-2 loss. Serious conversations need to be had. Tanner Houck may very well not be long for the Red Sox rotation. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, MLB on ESPN Radio, college baseball on the ESPN networks, Longhorn Network, ACC Network, SEC Network, 10 years in the minors, national show host, ESPN Radio, satellite radio, and a guy with a dangerous amount of useless baseball information. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, both free and available wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe to the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Get alerts as to when we go live immediately following after every Red Sox game. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, Tanner Houck is the story. Ugly third inning. Ugly third inning, top and bottom. And we're going to get into that. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation, watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button and join the Sox conversation. Again, give a follow on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as on X at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concern. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com and bang, 50% off on your first year. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So I mentioned ugly in the top half and bottom half of the third inning, because the Red Sox may very well have had Jackson Jobe on the ropes. Rafael, a leadoff base hit. He's erased, force out at second. Duran reaches on a fielder's choice. Devers a walk. Bregman a walk to load up the bases. Christian Campbell, in case you haven't noticed, in a funk. He lined out to right field. That was out number 2. Duran, maybe a mistake at third base, not getting back to the bag. The ball was hit right on the line, right to the right fielder, and may not have been deep enough to gamble at that point in the game, but he stayed anchored at third base. Abreu, first pitch swinging, grounds out to first. Red Sox leave him loaded against Jobe in that third inning and leave 5 runners on base over the first 3 innings against Jobe, the rookie. Tanner Houck took the mound in the bottom half of the third, and he would not make it past the third inning Monday night in Detroit.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Second time this season, Tanner Houck gives up 11 earned runs in an outing. Remember, he did it at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida against the Rays back in April. And Tanner Houck did not compete with his pitches. First Nesson reference, Will Middlebrook said the fastball, just the command is not there. When all was said and done, 14 batters come to the plate in the third inning for the Tigers. And in that third inning, they end up scoring 9 total runs. Riley Green with a base hit into right field. It gets by Wilyer Abreu. Did come up on him on the outfield grass, went all the way to the wall, 2 runs in, 3 runs in as Riley Green raced all the way around the bases. And it wasn't even done at that point. As Will Middlebrook said, Little League home run. 14 batters come to the plate in the inning, and the Red Sox are down 11-0 after the first 3. Houck's line, ugly. Did not compete with his pitches. 2 1/3, 9 hits, 3 walks, a hit batter, 11 earned runs allowed. And remember, and I'll tell you if you didn't see it or listen to it on the radio, but he gave up a 2-run home run in the first inning to Gleyber Torres. 2 batters in, and it was 2-0 Detroit in the first inning. And again, Houck just sort of had that look like, hey, I'll just throw the ball over the plate. And in that third inning, he wasn't just throwing pitches to the plate. He was throwing gasoline on the fire. And right here, right now, I'll say it, serious discussions need to be had. You've lost the series opener. It seems like what the Red Sox do, then they come back and win the series anyway. Did it against the Rangers at home at Fenway last week, did it over the weekend in the series against Kansas City. But now you've got Tarek Skubal going on Wednesday. So if you really don't want to be down 0-2 in this series and have the shot at potentially being swept in the series by the Tigers on Wednesday in the series finale, you do need to even up the series with Brian Bayo on the mound on Tuesday. No pressure on Bayo, but get the job done. And if Hunter Dobbins on Wednesday goes out there and gives you another strong performance like he did Friday night in the extra inning loss against the Royals, serious conversations have to be had about Tanner Houck leaving the rotation. Plain and simple. I don't know how you could run him back out there. Walker Buehler is progressing to the point where he's going to likely get back in the rotation next week when they have the homestand, which gets underway Friday. That's 10 straight games at home, starting on Friday for the Red Sox after a day off on Thursday. But right now, Tanner Houck, you're not long for the rotation if this keeps up. And really, I don't know that you give him another opportunity. And I don't know that you can send him to the minor leagues. By the way, down 2-0 in the first inning. Red Sox pitchers, all starters and relievers, had gone 4 straight games without allowing a home run. 2 batters in, boom, 2-0. And a great approach by the Detroit Tigers at the plate. Sean Newcomb gave you a shot in the arm because Newcomb went the rest of the way. He gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 9 hits. 18 hits total between Houck and Newcomb. But Newcomb, and Will Middlebrook said it with Mike Monaco, Newcomb may have to go down. He threw 98 pitches in 5 2/3 innings. He saved the rest of the bullpen. That's commendable what Sean Newcomb did. What Tanner Houck did on Monday night against the Tigers, that's at the other end of the spectrum. And Newcomb probably had an idea, I'm going the rest of the way. I need to take care of what I'm doing. But Newcomb gives you a better shot as a starting pitcher. Maybe as an opener. Bring him in the second inning. You can't even give Tanner Houck the first inning. You want numbers of the night here in segment number 1, and we get to your comments in just a moment. Tanner Houck. Red Sox are now 2-7 in his 9 starts. He's given up 11 earned runs and 5 home runs in the first inning in his 9 starts this year. He's given up 10 home runs this season when he allowed 11 home runs all of 2024. Something is not right. And I don't know that it's a physical thing with Tanner Houck because, again, he shows you glimpses, and that's what makes Monday night even more frustrating. Between the ears, when he decides to go out and compete and have his A stuff, he can be lights out. Perfect time to remind you that he was an all-star last year for the American League. That's not happening this year. He's still without a win through his first 9 outings. The Red Sox have just 2 wins when he takes the mound to start this season. That's not competing. And the error by Abreu after the base hit by Riley Green in that 9-run third inning, a Little League home run, but yeah, it's like, was Willie Abreu taking it at bat to the field? What was he doing? Just along those lines, just an ugly night for the Red Sox. And it all started with the starting pitcher. And that can't happen as often as it has happened this season. Abreu, the home run for the Red Sox, that came in the 6th inning against Job, who, by the way, walked 5. He struck out 7. He gave up just 3 hits. So Abreu, the home run in the 6th inning to get on the board. And at that point, okay, no shutout intact for Detroit pitching. But then Abraham Toro hits a home run in the 9th inning. A solo home run. It comes against the Detroit bullpen. And that's a home run where it's just like, you know what, man? You got yours, but the scoreboard, you just made it 14-2, and that was it. Abraham Toro does not belong in the big leagues right now with the Red Sox as a starting first baseman, even on a platoon. And Abraham Toro, I really don't think belongs in a big league lineup right now. And that is not your best option. I'm not even saying Rafael Devers, your starting designated hitter, is the option and number 1 option. I don't want Sogard there either. Romy Gonzalez is not available right now. But Vaughn Grissom or somebody else to put at first base right now, I've seen enough of Abraham Toro, and that's knowing full well that he hit a home run in his final at-bat in the 9th inning. Let's get to your comments. With us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. First off, thank you. Hit the comment button. Join the conversation. I'm guessing we're going to hear from Andrew the GOAT. Maybe, maybe not. G's World. All I got to say is thank God I could mute the Sox and watch the Celtics live on my other screen. You know, geez, world, sometimes you and I just look at it as glass half full. Yeah, I was flipping back and forth and had the radio on a little bit. But yeah, Knicks Celtics going on right now. We'll have Locked On Celtics postcast, part of Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, and the Locked On Celtics podcast feed coming up later on after Game 4 is over from New York. I don't know what the score is right now, so don't tell me. Geez, world, too much ugly to talk about from tonight's game. Too much. Yeah, Jules. Winning baseball has not been played by Cora's team in 6 years. Okay. Turned off, watch Skeens versus Mets. Manny, hello from the Bronx, New York. Manny checking in. Manny, thank you very much. Jules from New Orleans. Geez, world, you're 100% about that Toro. Manny, the Red Sox always looking bad with all the errors. Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah, I mean, again, 2 more errors. You have 6 errors now in the last 3 games. And I don't know where it is, but you were second in the big leagues to the Colorado Rockies, who had just 6 wins entering Monday, and they just fired their manager, Bud Black, over the weekend. Second straight year. There's a certain amount of pride that comes in defensively for the Red Sox that hasn't been there last year or this year. And these 6 errors, 2 in each of the last 3 games, 2 victories in that stretch. But prior to that, they had actually cleaned it up when we're playing good defense. But this team needs all facets. And they certainly did not have that on Monday night at all. We'll give you more numbers of the night, more of your comments coming up. Red Sox take one on the chin, 2 more to go in Detroit before a 10-game homestand getting underway at Fenway on Friday night. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Red Sox, your team every day. We are presented by Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all our money go? Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, easy to lose track. I've been there. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is not just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and you start building on your wealth. When you start using Monarch Money, you may soon realize just how much you are spending on food delivery. With that knowledge, you may start budgeting smarter and saving more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check on your finances, track spending, and even plan your long-term goals. Managing money with your partner is smoother than ever. You can track your shared accounts, your personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without all the financial stress. Take control over your finances with Monarch Money. Right now, use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com and bang, 50% off on your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off on your first year. Locked On Red Sox postcast also brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1-ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better-for-you unsaturated fats to help you keep feeling fuller longer. You are going to love the no-shell variety. It's the perfect grab-and-go snack for busy days. Whether you're snacking at your desk on a road trip or just need a quick protein boost, they're always a go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, well, the in-shell option, a classic favorite. The fact that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein providing all 9 essential amino acids. How these little green wonders pack a protein punch. No shell. Wonderful Pistachios for the grab-and-go ease. That satisfying crack of opening each shell. It's like snack meditation. Whether you're running between meetings or dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios are the snack that works as hard as you do. Get cracking, get snacking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com. That's wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Give you a number of the night. 6 base hits total for the Red Sox, 2 solo home runs from Abreu and Toro. 12th time this season where the Red Sox have had 6 or less hits in a game. That's not a good number. Geez, world. It's time, man. They need to put their best team on the field. Make room. It has to be done. Hey, I said that over the weekend. I said that last week. It's time. Some players might have to switch it up, and get uncomfortable for a bit. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen present day in Major League Baseball. Every amenity, every accommodation, everything is handed to these players no matter what. Very, very few times are you going to see where players are made uncomfortable at the big league level. If that happens, you hear talk of losing the clubhouse and the manager being on the hot seat and things like that. Pampered? There's no way you can make an argument against that they're not. Whether it's the Red Sox or anyone on the other 29 big league clubs. You get to the big leagues, that's like a comp life at that point in time. Geez world. We need to put out our best out there day in, day out, and simply not being done. No, and there's no accountability for it right now. Abraham Toro should not have been the first option when Tristan Casas went down. Plain and simple. That was evident. I was saying it last week. I'd seen enough of Abraham Toro. And again, a solo homer in the ninth inning, a blowout game on the opposite, on the losing side, doesn't do anything for me. Jules, did you say you were an SEC guy? Me too, 78. I've done SEC baseball on the ESPN networks. That's what I said in the open. It's one of those things. ACC, Longhorn Network, SEC Network. I've done college baseball on those networks. That's where that comes in. 6 hits or less, 12 times now on the season. That's brutal. Christian Campbell. Not trying to get on the rookie right now, but Christian Campbell, it's not pretty. And get him out of the cleanup spot. Get him out of there. I don't think he's gotten outside of himself. He hasn't tried to do too much in that cleanup spot, but he's not producing in the cleanup spot. Campbell, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. So updating his numbers, last 8 games, 3 for 34 and 11 strikeouts, no walks either. And had that bases loaded opportunity in the third inning. And I'm thinking, this is not the guy you want up there right now. But he was there. Those are the numbers of the night. I don't know what you do with Tanner Houck, but it's got to happen. And one more thing that has to happen, Trevor Story, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, didn't get a fourth at bat. But Trevor Story, the numbers for him still aren't pretty. Had a 3-run home run over the weekend, okay. But 1 extra base hit and 5 RBIs in the last 20 games, no. That cannot happen from Trevor Story. So this isn't one guy. There are holes in this lineup. Plain and simple. So game 2, chance to even up the series on Tuesday, Brian Bayo on the mound. And then you face Tarek Skubal on Wednesday. You lose tomorrow, you're looking at coming to the ballpark on Wednesday for the series finale, and that's a night game on Wednesday. Looking to possibly be swept by the Detroit Tigers, a team with the best record in the American League right now. Their run differential was plus 72 entering Monday. It's now plus 84 with a 14-2 thrashing of the Red Sox. Again, we'll be on with you with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast within minutes of the final out Tuesday for game 2 of the 3-game set in Detroit for the Red Sox and the Tigers. Locked On Red Sox, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, win or lose every day.